Hello, everybody. It's Jeff Eichen here, and today we're going to continue with the presence of light and with the beautiful infinity insignia. And we were reading a story, I believe, about Bob yesterday. and Bob's a cool dude. And let's get a little bit of air in the room here. And um, I'm going to go back a little bit here and say on this President of Light book that says Miss Chaplin's first book, the author is also. Um, I found Annabelle Chaplin's book, The Presence of Light, inspiring, innovative, and she shows how the power of light can not only heal the present but also the past. That was by Judy Lewis. So, King Solomon, tell me about it, I urged. King Solomon, that hero, was some kind of kingly person, Bob said. After all, the people I left, I was alone with him, and that had to be a moment no longer where the moment he no longer spoke to me. Bob went on, something took place between us that I can't describe now, but it was very clear then. I knew inside me that I was thinking that inside him it was as though we were communicating, but there were no words. I simply knew him, and oh, how I knew he knew me. He didn't condemn me, even though I knew he knew what a bastard I was. He just looked at me with so much kindness and love, and yes, that's it. Love, the kind of love that understands bastards like me and still loves them. I knew that Bob had an ultimate experience of the great impersonal love, a peak meditation. He would never be the same again, and he never was. Inadvertently, Bob has discovered his own archetypes, the hero and the bastard, to further enrich, substituting his hero self for the bastard. We began a series of sessions using imagery to firmly establish that role model in his psyche. We begin with relaxing meditation. With the eyes closed and completely relaxed, Bob was led in imagery up a flight of stairs. Standing at the top, he was asked to look down at himself and see him involved in an event of the past week. So it's kind of like what I've learned myself, everybody, is when you go out of your body, you climb that stair or that ladder, or you just float up and you look back at yourself, then you can observe how you're doing. What to do? See yourself doing. Bob, where are you? I asked. I'm with my youngest son, 16 years old. He has just told me that he wants to quit high school. He is bored. And there, he is bored there. I'm furious at him, yelling at him. The idiot. What does he think he's doing? I won't allow it. Bob's quiet mood gave way to his angry self. I interrupted the bastard having his way. Who are you now? But I'm right, Bob continued. I can't let him quit school at 16. You don't think that I should let him get away with that, do you? Education is very important. Look at yourself, Bob. You are very angry. You bet I am, rightly so, justifying. Isn't that so, Bob? Question mark. Oh my God, I'm not supposed to justify my reactions even when I know they are right? We're learning a lot about Bob here. You're speaking from your angry self, Bob. Let's see how to correct that. Breathe in, breathe out, relax, let it go. Breathe in, breathe out, relax, let it go. Again and again. Now in your relaxed state of mind. Visualize the hero. Take your time. Bob became calm and more thoughtful in imagery and began to ask the question of his son. With his eyes closed, Bob assumed the hero role, and the hero took over. "Why do you want to leave school?" he asked. The boy spoke up. "I want to get into the family business. I've got to leave school. I'm afraid if I wait 2 more years for my graduation, that there will be no place for me. I want to start now." Bob answered, "But there will always be a place for you. I promise." Give your kids hope. I taught middle school for many years, and it was really rewarding for me, actually, also. But it was something that happens to you. What if you die before I graduate? The fears were out. Bob, stunned by the revelation, assured his son that he would be put in the stipulation, that he would put the stipulation in writing. He would spell it out for the world. The boy was reassured. Bob came out in the imagery session glowing with pride and achievement. The first thing he said was, "It works. I see how it works. All I have to do is to stop and listen to the other person." That's what Miguel Ruiz told me. When you become the fifth agreement, your authentic self, you begin to listen. I have to listen calmly, and then I will know what to do and how to do it. He became thoughtful again. That hero is quite a guy. In imagery, Bob had experienced firsthand the results. He couldn't wait to return home and have a fatherly talk with his son, and later reported to me how successfully the hero had acted. "My son and I are closer than we ever were. We can now talk together about anything and everything. That hero is a great guy when I let him take control." Many times after Bob let the hero come out of hiding, when the bastard would act first, Bob would know what to do, and that as time went on, the bastard became less important on his outbursts and less frequent. More and more, the hero acted before the bastard. It took time and perseverance and guidance. So allow people to help you around you, you know. Bob learned that he and he alone was responsible for how he experienced his physical condition. His spiritual growth depended on his understanding of the karmic pattern of his accident. He had a valuable lesson to learn that was more important than just a few more years in time doing in the same old thing in the same old way. His crippled body had led him to someone like me. It could have been another spiritual teacher. In order to create a new reality and a renewed being, the possibility of looking into his inner being was there from the moment of birth. But until the so-called accident, there was no desire for change, no desire for growth, for awareness. So the accident propelled him into the experience of the meaning of life. In many of our later sessions, we will discuss the high self, the God within. Towards the end of our year together, he not only did not resist thinking and talking about God within, but actually seemed to yearn for more connectedness with the inner goodness. How? Well, I understood that yearning, it was my quest, and now it had become Bob's also. We talked for hours on this subject. So instead of talking hours, I'm going to get back to it here. It's in the middle of the day. I just had a meeting postponed for an hour, so I wanted to come in and read some light. Okay, I'm enjoying this, so I'll read some more tomorrow. It's the presence of light. Whoa, there goes my book. And pleasant journeys to your day and to your morning. It's not noon yet here on the West Coast, and I know those of you elsewhere that are listening enjoy. No more war the war on people, and just have a great day, everybody. And remember that 2 more years in school probably is a good thing. I was teaching middle school and I really enjoyed all my students watching the dynamics, and people growing up and being them. When somebody looks at you today, look back at them. Okay, open your hearts, everybody. It's Jeff Eichen, and it's 321. See you tomorrow, possibly. It's a busy weekend. Tomorrow's Pride. Okay, peace out.